here's my first Flosstube. Wow. Wow, so exciting. It's a difficult job. When you see, I watch a lot of Flosstube, and when you watch other people, it seems so natural and so easy. And here I am. It took me half a day to prepare, and I'm still not ready. But I will try. So I'm from Ukraine, but I lived in America, and currently I live in Italy. And I've been cross-stitching since I was 8 or even 7. And today I want to show what do I stitch. It is difficult. Okay, I can do that. I have more than 50 whips, but today I'm going to show you only whips that are related to Ukraine. Since I'm from Ukraine and I didn't see too many like Ukraine-related cross-stitch or designers or charts over Flosstube, so I want to fill this gap and show what I have on hand stitching-wise. Maybe a little bit, I don't want to tell too much of myself, like who cares really, but I will tell you a little bit of my stitching journey. So my grandmother taught me how to cross stitch, and it was I don't see, it was more than 25 years ago. And I'm gonna show you my oldest whip. Not so my grandmother, she stitched this part of can you see? She stitched that part, and this cloth is two-sided, so she gave me the other side to cross stitch, for me to cross stitch and to learn how to do it. So now here's the story. It's very difficult to teach me because I have an opinion. Yeah. So my grandmother, she showed me how to stitch, and said that all legs, all top legs should follow one direction. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. And when I started doing that, it didn't feel comfortable. It didn't feel natural to like pay attention on to what legs goes first, what goes second. And I was like, no, I'm gonna cross stitch the way I want, because it's not convenient to do the way she taught me to do. And she was like, okay, you can do that, but remember, I tell you, it's not gonna be beautiful when you do different legs. Different, can you see it? Yeah, here. That's the very first flower I cross stitched in my life. The very first one, 25 years ago. Yeah, so I did it, and I didn't like it, of course. It was, you see, it's not beautiful. And I'm like, Granny, can you show me again how to cross stitch? And she showed me this method when you do one row on the bottom leg and then you come back with the top leg. And it went a little bit better. So I switched to a different flower. I stitched this flower. To my defense, I didn't have hoop at that time, so I was stitching in hand, and this fabric, it's not really for cross stitching, especially not for non-experienced cross stitcher. So, and I decided, okay, this flower didn't go well, so I'm gonna frog it. Here I am, 25 years after, still frogging. Wow, okay. Yeah, so this piece is very, very important to me. I haven't yet decided what to do with it, because it reminds me of my grandma. She passed away, and I don't, maybe you let me know in the comment what you think. What should I do? Should I finish it? Should I finish my part and have it as a maybe table runner with my grandmother part and my part? Or should I preserve it as it is and just have it as a part of our family museum? I don't know, I haven't decided yet. It's my oldest whip. Let me know what you think. So that was the start of my journey. Yeah, by the way, you probably can hear my New York or maybe Philadelphia accent. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If not, I don't know if subtitles would help. So I stitched on and off for after that story. And another thing I wanted to show is my finished project. I don't know how happened that in our small shop in our city we had this clothes, and now I know this is for needlepoint, not for cross stitch. But I didn't know at that time, so I cross stitched this part, and here my stitches look much better. I didn't use code for, I had no idea what DMC means, so I just took from my grandmother's stash some flosses I bought. I don't remember which one, but we didn't have DMC floss because it was too expensive at that time. So it was just random willy-nilly. Yeah, then I took this to, so it was framed. I took it to a framer, the professional one, but it was not made professionally. I can see now that they just took my stitching and just sticky tape it to the back without even making it flat. So I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's not even lying properly. Yeah, so I want to refinish it, but now I'm scared because pulling off it's difficult. One of my first, not the first one, but one of my first finished like bigger projects. Unlike that one, the first one, which is still not finished. Wow. Okay. Then I have in Ukraine it's quite popular that we stitch on wood or on leather, right? You call it. And I have this finished project. So it's it was a kit. It comes with pre-made what's it called? My English even worse than my Flosstube skills. Everything comes in kit. This is Ukrainian kit from this company, and you get everything to finish the project. You get this wooden part, floss, and already perforated leather, so it's easy to stitch, and then you finish it together on wood, and you can use it as a floss holder. I like these small projects. It's quite fast, and you don't need to think. You don't need to think about fabric and floss. It just everything comes, and yeah. In Ukraine, we have a rich history of traditional stitching of shirts, embroidered shirts. It's not only cross stitch. It's different techniques, and we have a really rich history, and different parts of Ukraine have different traditions and style of how to stitch. This one was not, it's hand stitched, you can see, but it was not stitched by me. I bought it. It was my first, we call it Vyshyvanka or Vyshyta sorochka, which means embroidered shirt. Yeah, and I love it very much. At that time, I didn't know how to stitch clothes, basically, and what I did, I bought kind of kit. You buy fabric which has this this picture already printed on fabric. So when you stitch, you're just basically following this printed colors, and after that you can't see them because they are covered with your stitching. Oh no, my cat is about to destroy my setup. I have two cats. They may... Oh no, please don't. Cats. Yeah, another thing is that all my stitching is covered with their hair. So if you see dirty stitching, it's not dirty, it's covered with hair of my cat. And this was my first finished Vyshyvanka. It's still wet because I was just wearing it and I washed it after that. So you stitch this part, and it's a combined techniques. Here is a cross stitch and here is bead stitching. The other sleeve is exactly the same, just a mirror image. And here's the front. And I gave this, so you stitch fabric and you have it in pieces. And then I took it to tailor and she put it together for me. It's not how it used to be done traditionally for embroidered shirts, because all of them were made by hand, so you would connect different parts by hand in their different techniques, very beautiful techniques. So this was my first self-made Vyshyvanka, and I learned a lot, and now I have more going, and in future I want to put them together myself by hand as it used to be done before. So this is my another finished project. Another thing that I wanted to share is that I've been traveling the world for reasons that were not depend on me, because I was forced to leave my native city and 9 years ago, and traveling the world, living in America, living in Italy, living in the other cities of Ukraine. In every place I go, I see what they are stitching, and it's a fantastic experience. You know, like you could have seen that stitching is universal. You just cross stitch, that's it. But there's so many styles, there's so many preference between different nations, between different countries, even different cities. And it was really fascinating for me to learn this international diversity of stitching. So, and if I will be doing other floss tubes in future, you will see that I have very, very different projects on go, because it's fantastic. It's I want to do them all, almost all. And yeah, I want to share with you. Maybe I will do a thematic floss tubes where I show on my American stitching, on my European stitching, Ukrainian stitching, maybe all together. Another finished project that I have, I just finished it recently. It was a free cross stitch pattern, and it says "Нашу мрію не знищити," which translates from Ukrainian, "You cannot destroy our dream." Here is a play of words, because dream is a dream, but also dream is a name for the biggest airplane that was built by Ukrainians. It was huge. It was huge, and it got destroyed. Yes. So this, I don't remember the author. I maybe put it down below. Also of this cross stitch, but it takes me by soul. Yeah, it's fantastic. You cannot destroy our dream. Another finish I have is this very small. No, please, Gerza, don't break everything. is this small cross stitch. It's so simple, it's, I would say, primitive, but it's wow. And this designer, she's not Ukrainian as far as I know, but she got this essence of feelings of all of us in Ukraine, and that's just fantastic. That's fantastic. I'm very thankful, and I'm thankful for response that we get in cross-stitch community when something happened 2.5 year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, and response in cross-stitching community was wonderful, so supportive, and I know many stitchers start buying cross stitches from Etsy, from Ukrainian sellers. That was great. Thank you. That was great. Your support really means a lot for us, because we're still in that situation. Okay, so that was few of my previous finishes. There are many more of them, so maybe I will, if I will do more Floss tubes, maybe I will slowly show them. I don't have many of them with me because they are in my parents' house or were gifted over the years, so I will try to show a little bit more. Now let's jump to my whips work in progress. And the first one I want to show is rushnik. Rushnik means tower, and it's another big tradition in Ukraine to stitch rushnik, to stitch tower, but tower not only like to wash your hands. A tower in traditional, in sacral meaning, there's so many meanings to it and tradition, and rushnik was part of journey, of lifetime journey in Ukraine over the years. It was even rushnik. It was the first tower when the child was born. They took a child and put the first thing they did, put this on this rushnik. It was very long, and this rushnik followed the life of this child, of this human being, for entire life. And then the very same rushnik was used to put this person in grave, and it was buried with this person. So it has this sacral meaning of following your entire life. It was one of type of rushnik. There are many others. There is bedding rushnik. It's not as bedding rushnik, which you lie on the floor, and people who get married, they step on it, and there's so many traditions, and it's very symbolic way. And there are many different other types of rushnik. This one is this is a religious oh my god, what's it called? Pasqua? No, Pasqua is in Italian. Oh my god, I speak 4 languages and they're all mixed up in my head. Pasqua, it's in Italian. In English, it's Easter. It's an Easter rushnik. It's still in progress. And you can see I started to do the sides for this rushnik. And this will be a simple coat of arms of our country, which is trident. Maybe I will insert a picture. Yeah, and it's made in this is a skill that need to be trained. Because names just don't come up. Okay, hold on a moment. Here we go. Sakalska Vyshyvanka. Sakalska Vyshyvanka. It's a special style of Ukrainian embroidery, which is black on white and very delicate stitching. this style. And this rushnik will be in this style. Sokalska, like this. Yeah, as I said, different region of Ukraine would have a different style, and you will see later that I have other styles of stitching, and it's still within one country. That's beautiful. I love this diversity. I just enjoy it. The world is a beautiful place to be when not get killed. Yeah, so that was rushnik. Then I have two Vyshyvanka in progress. One of them is Borshivska Vyshyvanka, and I'm gonna show you a book. Borshivska. It's another region of Ukraine. I'm not very accurate in history, and I just know general direction of stitching. I'm by no means historically accurate, but this is a big book, and you see it's a well-loved book. So the Vyshyvanka I'm gonna show you is were taken from this book, and it's a beautiful book. It's a gorgeous book, and it unites. Let me, I don't know, show me maybe a representation. So researchers who made this tremendous work of collecting Vyshyvanka from all over the world, from all over Ukraine, from this region, they collected, I don't know how many, probably 100 Vyshyvanka, and they are all pictured very nice in this book, and they made also close-ups, descriptions, and patterns, so you can stitch it. Maybe I can show, because it's a public pattern. I think I can show it or for example, like this. They took stitching and they made it into a pattern, and there's so many inspiration here. It's just, it took hours for me to just go through this book, and every time I open it I see more beautiful stuff that I want to stitch right now. So my next Vyshyvanka comes from this book, but it's actually a combination of several Vyshyvankas that used to exist, and I'm combining them in my own. Another thing that in traditional Borshivska stitching, they stitched on white, as you saw. It was always white and black. I'm doing on yellow, which is not traditional, and many people in Ukraine who would stitches in Ukraine who support traditional stitching very much, they would be just, oh, no, it's on yellow, it's not Borshivska anymore. Maybe it's true, but tradition is nice, but we're living in modern society. We have more resources now to do other stuff. So at that time they didn't have yellow fabric because they were made by hand. All this fabric, now we can just go to shop and buy whatever. And I'm doing it at linen. I think it's a Polish linen. It's not even weave, so it's a little difficult to stitch on it. So it's gonna be a dress. Another thing that usually it was shorts, or if it were a dress, it would always cover with another layer of skirt. Another layer for skirt, because sorochka, when it's on top, traditionally it was part of your clothes, but on bottom it was like an underwear. You couldn't show it just like that. So I started my stitching. It will be like this. So here will be opening for head, here will be sleeves. I can't show you sleeves because they are holding the box they are in, holding my phone. So next time. I just barely started sleeves. I will show you next time. But here you can see, and this is not cross stitch, it's half stitch basically. A little bit modified because when I do one row I go one way, but when I come back, in order for fabric to not change direction, I'm doing a back row. You can see it on my back side. When there is one row just like half stitches, but the back row I basically, maybe I will do another small video showing because it's really difficult to explain. Basically the point is that on front we don't have these rows because otherwise it would be visible rows, and the fabric is still squared. It doesn't go sideways because this stitching is very heavy. This stitching is done with wool. It's a wool floss that you would knit with, so it's quite difficult to stitch because the fabric is still like 36 count, so I'm doing over 2. It's not evenly made, so it's quite difficult. And you can see that here will be forehead. Here will be the rows that will go back on the back side, and here will be another row of stitching. Will then connect to sleeve, and sleeve will also be stitched. It's gonna be beautiful, but it's a lot of work. It's one, I would say, one of the heaviest, more difficult style, physically difficult to stitch, because you need to take a short floss, otherwise it's going bad, because this floss is not made for stitching. It's made for knitting or crocheting, and for stitching it's quite difficult, but the result is stunning. I just love it. Another style is more Chernihivska, I would say. That's another Vyshyvanka that is in progress. Again, non-traditional color, but I wanted diverse wardrobe of Vyshyvanka one day. So here I started a sleeve. It's all I made, and it's not cross stitch, as you can see. It's this stitching. Okay. Flosstube here. Now I'm going to show you. Okay. This stitching is Kurichi breed, which means chicken walking. I love it. It's beautiful. It's very easy to stitch. This one I stitch in hand because usually I stitch in hoop, but this is more convenient to stitch in hand for me. And this is just another style of stitching. Yeah, this is gonna be a sleeve, part of the sleeve like this. Then there will be another part here of the sleeve with different stitching, and the front side. Yeah, a lot to do, but I enjoy it so much, stitching, and it's just, I took it with me. I just came back from Ukraine a couple of days ago, and I was stitching this on plane, and when I was waiting for my bus, because there is no plane in Ukraine now, and yeah, and people were watching me like, what are you doing? And it's a traditional Ukrainian stitching. Okay, now to, oh, I wanted to say that now to Ukrainian designers, but not. I also wanted to show you this temperature butterflies. It's a pattern by Stitching Mommy. I don't remember if it's a shop has the same name. I watched her Flosstube. I like temperature pieces she made, and just in general. So her stitching, and she has a cat. Yeah, and you may ask why her pattern for Ukrainian themed Flosstube, but you can see that that's color she charted, except for black. This is January. This is a temperature butterfly for the last year. I'm behind, as usual, when you have 50 weeps. This is January, and this is February of the last year. And you can see that black was not charted. That's the day. Okay, now to Ukrainian designers. There is my probably favorite designer. Her name is xmaker. She posts her designs on Instagram, and I'm just in love. I'm in love with style, with the quality of pattern, and the whole idea behind the pictures she charts. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Sorry for the mess here. It's a work in progress. So this one is Soloha, of course, cat. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you. I'm in Italy. I'm studying veterinary medicine. So animals is a big part of my life, and I like to stitch animals, especially cats. You will see the pattern. And this is traditional Ukrainian embroidered shirt, Vyshyvanka. So you not only embroid shirts, you also embroider shirts. It's a beautiful pattern. It's a beautiful pattern. It's based on a famous novel of Ukraine, and yeah, beautiful. I have more of her designs because it's just in love. Another design is from the same series. There are 3 pictures in the series. I'm stitching 2 of them because the 2 that have animals, of course. This one is names I should be better prepared for. Oh, I'm sorry. Horse, of course, animal, and a very nice Ukrainian ragazzo. I wanted to say ragazzo, I'm in Italy. Young man is coming here also. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Then there is, this is just so beautiful. I'm showing you final work here. I just started it. It was my New Year start this year. Almost New Year. I started on the 2nd or 3rd of January this year. It's stunning. It's huge and it's stunning. Look at that. It's my very small, very small start. But it's gonna be so beautiful. As you can see, I had this fabric. If you want to know what exactly fabric this is, please let me know in the comments. I will try to find. But I remember where I take this fabric. Last year I went to a Scottish retreat in Scotland. It was fantastic. I've met so many fantastic stitchers, and 3 days, 2 days of stitching. Yes, recommended. I love going to retreats. It was my first one, and this year I'm going to Deutschmania retreat. So I'm looking cross-stitch retreat. So I'm looking forward to it. So I bought this fabric there. I don't remember the name, but I think it suits this this pattern very well. Beautiful fabric, beautiful. Even weave, and because the pattern is very large, and I wanted specifically be on this fabric. I have very little margins here, but I think I will be fine. Now the goal is to come to this part and see if I can fit properly in here. But I think it should be so beautiful. Another Ukrainian designer is I'm not ready at all. This is another Ukrainian designer, and they also produce cross-stitch kits. They call Hitrasinitia. I wrote it down below. And this one is Lighthouses of Ukraine. And it's quite a big piece, a very beautiful piece that unites pictures of all Ukrainian lighthouses. And I started with this one, which is a lighthouse from my city where I was born and raised, and I very much miss my city. So I stitched it first. It's almost finished except for some back stitching that I forgot to do. Yeah, and then I will be doing the rest of the project as well. But who knows when you have 50 whips. Okay, maybe that's it for working project, and I also wanted to share my haul, because Ukrainian haul, because I just come back from Ukraine several days ago, and I bought a lot. One thing is that in Ukraine we have much cheaper DMC floss than they sell it in Europe. So every time I go to Ukraine, I'm like, I need to refill my stash. One more work in progress I have. This is a kit of Ukrainian producer of cross-stitch kits, Crystal Art, and it's called Library in the Forest. As I said, future veterinary doctor here. Cats. I love cats. Yeah, so it was a kit. It comes with all you need to complete the project, and here's my progress. Forgive the hook marks. But it's so cute. Yeah, it's that style of project that maybe I wouldn't put it on my wall, but who knows, maybe. But I was thinking to make it a project bag, because I also making a project bag, and maybe I will be incorporating some of my cross-stitch pieces into a project bag and making it that beautiful. Yeah, so to my haul. I spent a lot. Oh, remember I was showing you, sorry. Remember I showed you rushnik. So that rushnik I have in progress, it's not too traditional, because the sides, as you remember, I was doing by hand. So I cut the fabric and I'm doing sides, covering them. But traditional fabric, the idea is, so very important meaning behind this style of fabric, which was made specifically for rushnik, for making towers, is because this floss, it doesn't have an end. It goes through entire fabric without, you see, it doesn't end. It just goes to another row, and like this through entire fabric. And this has a very sacral meaning of the life that is continuous. That's why rushnik was following a life of a person constantly. Then I bought more fabric. I bought another fabric, which is linen, to make another Vyshyvanka. And this Vyshyvanka I want to make is Malyovanka. It's a beautiful technique. It's not cross stitch. I maybe insert some pictures of how it's gonna look like, because I don't have, I just have an idea. So I bought entire fabric to make this another Vyshyvanka. Oh, it's so exciting! And you know, this it's an even weave linen. You can cross stitch. I think it's Polish. You can cross stitch just anything on it, but it's very pleasant to touch, so you can wear it on as a clothes. Another fabric I bought is a fabric made of hemp fabric, is it a thing? It's French, made in France, but it resembles very much the old style of fabric that used to be homemade in Ukrainian traditional household. It was made by a woman and family from hemp, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I bought it. It's expensive. I bought it long enough to make a dress, but not dress. It's more like a long shirt, not like more like a dress to go out. Because I've seen there is the oldest preserved Vyshyvanka in the world that was found in Egypt, but they think, because it resembles Ukrainian motifs so closely, they think that this Vyshyvanka was brought with people to Egypt, people who were traveling from territories that are now Ukraine. So I'm very excited, I'm very inspired by this Vyshyvanka, and I want to do something very antique Vyshyvanka. It's maybe not very Ukrainian Vyshyvanka, but I wanted to make it like rough and very natural, like, you know, when you are just evolutionary 1,000 years ago running in forest, not having medicines. Yeah, so that was expensive. Then of course I bought just standard fabric. This is Belfast 32 count. You can see the color, just to have in my stash, no particular purposes for this. Another Zweigart Belfast. Then I bought a small kit which says My Ukraine. It's not a traditional stitching, so it's more sampler stitching. In Ukraine we didn't stitch much sampler because it mostly was focused on applied stitching as a clothes and rushniki. But it's a kind of modern variation, and it comes with all the floss and fabric. So I thought, yeah, I want to have it in my stash. Then I bought books. Oh my god, books! Yeah, I love them. I just books that people, when those authors of this, they are researchers. They combine. They look for this Vyshyvanka. They go into fields. They go into the small villages in Ukraine, and they talk to people, and they buy or just ask them to take pictures of old traditional Vyshyvankis that are still kept in Ukrainian families. It's fantastic. Sometimes they found treasures, and this is another researcher, Lydia Bebeshko, and she also collected many Ukrainian traditional Vyshyvanka, and now she made a book with all these motifs translated into patterns, and she also have a description where she found them, what time this Vyshyvanka represents. So you have front, sleeves, and you have this pattern. I think I can show it because unlikely, and most of them are also available online, but when you have it connected, combined all in one book, it's just, because you can go through, look for inspiration. Yeah, maybe I'll show you another one. Yeah, for example, this one. There's going to be a front and sleeves. Oh, so beautiful. And then she has more like close-ups from what you can stitch. And there's so many here, so many different styles. It's so beautiful. I want to stitch them all. Oh, in another style. And there, so this will be front, this will be back, and those are sleeves. Yeah, because there are also different, I don't know the English word, the way you cut your fabric to put them together. Beautiful. So this is called Ukrainian Vyshyvanki, Ornaments and Compositions, and this is another book of her which called Stitching Traditions of Ukraine, white and писані сорочки, which is shirts. And this is a little different style. It's not cross stitch. Let me see if we can. There is a picture of actual. Oh, there is none. So it's more like I showed you this light green Vyshyvanka, this type of stitching. It's not cross stitch, but it's still so beautiful. Look at that. Is it gonna be a sleeve? It's gonna be a beautiful sleeve. Oh my god. As I said, I just came. I haven't had time to really go through them. That's, I think, a men's Vyshyvanka. That's the front. That's end of sleeves, and this is this part. Beautiful. Then I bought several magazines, also for Vyshyvanki. They're different. Not only Vyshyvanki but other stitching here. For example, they like offer different projects like this to do for Easter. What else? Oh, another men's Vyshyvanka. The style I've just showed you from that white Vyshyvanka. It's another particular style when you stitch white on white. Very beautiful. It's so delicate. And then this I was waiting for a long time. So there's this producer, and she made a wooden base for stitching, and I bought Ukraine. You can see. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like fresh wood, freshly cut wood. Oh, beautiful. So the idea here is, that you, those are all districts of Ukraine, and you take, this is my district, I'm from here, from city here. So you take off, they're not attached, that's why I'm holding it a little inclined. You take district, you stitch it, it's already holes are made for stitching, there is a pattern for it, like this, ready pre-made. Here's a pattern, and then after stitching you attach it to the main board, and go like that. So beautiful. I smell. Yeah, what else? I also been to museum. So we have a Muzey Gonchara. It's a museum of Ukrainian tradition in Kyiv, and unfortunately now it's closed, and all exponents are preserved in a safe place, because you never know when a missile gonna hit and where it's gonna hit. But they have a small exhibition of traditional Ukrainian and Crimean clothes. I maybe insert few videos, because I took several videos and pictures. It's so beautiful when all these traditional Ukrainian clothes is put together. They made these like mannequins dressed up. Beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, unfortunately I haven't been to the actual museum yet before, so I'm waiting for it to reopen. Yeah, so I will insert those videos here. That's probably it for my first Flosstube Now on the montage part. So I hope you like what you see. If you want me to do other, to show my other whips from other parts of the world, please subscribe and yeah. Oh yeah, please leave me a comment about what you think I should do with my very first piece, my grandmother, a kind of tower, the tablecloth, table runner. Yeah, I haven't decided what to do. That would be interesting to see, to hear your opinion and idea. Maybe you have really fantastic idea. What should I do with it? Yeah, and any question, clarification, please put them down in comments, because it's my first time. I probably it probably wasn't the way it should be, but I'm learning, and if it goes well, I will continue, because I stitch a lot, and I stitch, I sew, I crochet, I have different styles. I participate in SAOs, I participate in cross-stitch retreats, and all this community, all this amount of excitement I need to share, and because I know you're just as excited as I am. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you again, hopefully. Bye! Hi guys! It's my first Flosstube, and okay, I can do it. Hi guys! Okay. I can do it.